Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new FIFA 18 Ultimate Team player review. Today we're going to be looking at the 89 rated icon Marco van Basten. So this is the lowest rated Van Basten item on the game, and he has some amazing stats, I have to say. 83 pace and 86 dribbling, as well as 91 shooting, and of course this striker is 6'2". He's got medium work rates, he's right footed with 3-star skill moves but a nice 4-star weak foot. So I've got a couple of different teams that you could put this player in. The first one being a 4-3-1-2 mixed side, which features a couple of his previous clubs. We've got Ajax and of course Milan, and we have some other icons including Frank Rijkaard and Ronaldinho in that team. But I mainly played him as a central target man in my 4-3-1-2 mega side. It's got lots of icons, including of course Ruud Gullit and Patrick Vieira. A really nice team to fit the Dutch legend into. So, moving on into the in-game stats. As I said, this is the lowest rated version of Van Basten, so what can we really expect? Well, on basic chemistry style, he actually looks very impressive. 85 pace, 91 dribbling, 95 shooting. However, I've decided to boost 3 different areas which I find most important for a player like this. Pace, shooting and physical. So we get him up to 90 pace, we get him up to 98 shooting, and of course we boost the strength a little bit as well, up to 86, and his jumping to 94. That could turn him into a bit of a beast, especially when I'm looking for him to be my target man. So moving on into the clips, you'll see the shots that I missed and of course the goals that I scored. So there are a few negatives today. It took me a little while to get going with the Dutch icon, I have to say, and there were a couple of games where I really struggled. Now, firstly, he has, I would say, average stamina. Anywhere in the last third of the game, you're not going to get the most out of this player, and he definitely, for me, just feels better and more responsive and stuff in the first half. Also, he's only got 3-star skill moves, something to bear in mind. A lot of the icons that we've looked at have got the 4-star skills and above, which is obviously very helpful when you're trying to make space. And then also, he's got a relatively low balance stat, but a lot of the time he will go for acrobatic shots, which sort of confuses me a little bit. But yeah, he goes off balance a little bit, and because he's 6'2", sometimes that can make him just feel a little bit clunky. But my major issue with this player, even though he has great positioning stat in game, his positioning was a little bit off in quite a few times, in the sense of like he was offside all the time. I had multiple games where this guy was getting offside just so often. I found it a bit weird. Yeah, that's not normally something that happens with players that I use in this game, and I just noticed. It's something that I took into account, that Van Basten was getting caught offside an awful lot. Something to bear in mind, perhaps. But moving on into the list of positives then, it definitely outweighs the negatives, because he's just a goal scorer. He truly is a goal scorer. Fox in the box, that type of thing, but he can score the odd banger, as you've just seen right there. That's a lovely goal. Lots of power, lots of accuracy. And the first positive I've got on my list today is his pace. We were able to boost this very nicely with the Hawk chemistry style, and he feels just as quick off the get-go as he does in sprint speed. He's got those long legs, being 6'2". It's difficult once he gets running to stop him. His first touch is also impeccable, really good, like takes that ball down, whether he's then going to do a little bit of a turn to go on a run himself, or another positive here, his 1-2 passing, so he's going to take that ball into his feet and then just offload it to the other striker and then get running. That is obviously something that he just possesses, a really good first touch and distribution and doing those 1-2 passes, which I've got to say I find really important on FIFA 18. They tend to carve the defence open, which is exactly what you need in order to get through one-on-one. What you also get with the Dutch icon is a target man. You know, as we've mentioned a few times now, he's 6'2". I boosted his jumping, his heading accuracy is good, his strength is good, meaning that he's very likely to win aerial battles. Front post from corners, you can rely on him to at least win the header and stuff like that. And of course, being a lone striker in the 4-3-2-1 that I played him in today, he was definitely winning that goal kick header to then knock it down, so Overmars or a Kocha could run onto the ball. And then my final positives are both to do with his shooting. His shot power is immense. When you hit those low drivens underneath the goalkeeper, they fizz so fast that the goalie can't even get down in time. And then, of course, every now and again you can just bang one from outside of the box and it's going to go top corner and look really good and really powerful. And just generally his finishing inside the box is great. So stacking up in terms of other baby icons that I've used, I wouldn't put him ahead of Cliver or Crespo, but he slots in just underneath them as a very solid option in terms of a lower rated icon on FIFA 18. So there you go, guys. I hope you now know whether or not the 89 rated Van Basten is the right icon for your ultimate team. Let me know in the comments section if you plan on picking him up, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.